We both sort of feel like we're pirates. There's definitely risk and all kinds of trouble you could get into, but it's fun.
And you just gotta stay sharp and not get scurvy, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Make sure you squeeze some limes and lemons in your eyes and stuff. Where did this name come from?
A long time ago, there was a fish market convention. We're there, and what do you expect them to have at the table? None other than ceviche sampling. So I'm there, I'm waiting for this fat guy in line in front of me. All the ceviche, eats every sample. I could have walked away, but I tend to be a bit persistent. I don't give up easily. And sure enough, this guy comes behind me. He's like, "When's the ceviche gonna come out?" I said, "I really don't know." Eventually, they bring it out. It looks delicious. Take a bite, man, and something about that particular serving was just one of the most majestic things I've ever been in my life. The guy behind me, he whispered in my ear, he said, "I just love Ceviche with the Boys."
Dude, are you kidding me?
That's what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Random Riffs Podcast, brought to you by Jam Hut Studio. I'm your host, Peter Karras. Our mission here with Random Riffs is to provide a platform for original local musicians to showcase their greatest hits. And a big shout out to our team, The Weekly Wanderer, Connor O'Sullivan, covering all your live local performances, updates, and Ali Sun with Honey Lux Production. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special group of gents. They got catchy tunes that will get stuck in your head for days on end. Ladies and gentlemen, Ceviche with the Boys.
Yo, boys.
Howdy.
Introduce yourselves.
What up? We're here. We're Ceviche with the Boys. We came to vibe. We came to talk about some crazy stuff. We heard about the Random Riffs podcast. We were like talking about it. We're like, you know what? We got to see what exactly that's about.
My boy.
Here we are.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Tell us your names.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Logan. I'm just here, for this guy's muscles.
Yo.
That was the main reason.
Guys, we're out here and we're gonna... Anyways, so what is one thing the world doesn't know about you guys?
Should we tell them that? Should we tell them about that thing?
One thing.
The one thing is that, something explicit that happened inside the Cabana bathroom in Long Beach not that long ago.
Oh,
yeah. You should tell them about that one.
Yo, Alex has been dumping beer on random people's heads. The people that had it dumped on it don't know that it was him.
Could have been anybody at the bar. I would say that's probably the one thing.
How did you get away with that?
Such a small bathroom.
He
wears his sombrero.
If you throw on a sombrero, they don't want to offend anybody by jumping to conclusions, so you can get away with it.
Shit.
That makes sense.
So, how long did it take for you to succeed at guitar?
Oh God, I still have it, man. I'm still figuring it out. Dude, I still botch the Santeria solo at shows sometimes, I'm not really like a ripper, but the thing is that I think just doing it a lot, I eventually got competent enough to hold it down. But yeah, if it's succeed at guitar, I really don't know if I have,
Did you succeed?
Wow.
Definitely,
Did you win the
it's also kind of definitional. So, did I succeed like freaking Mancuso over there? That's another story.
Shout out Brian Mancuso.
I might never in my life, dude, but yeah.
So, okay, what is one funny fact about your musical career that someone wouldn't believe?
I don't know. We're not funny. We're more of like a serious indie, band that writes songs about the world.
Exactly.
I love that.
There's nothing funny about us. Besides the fact that Alex hit his head recently and he just hasn't been as sharp.
Exactly.
That's a funny fact is actually Alex's roommate needed to move his car and Alex was asleep. He sleeps naked and he actually we're currently sharing a room. We got bunk beds in one room and Well, Alex didn't move his car, so his roommate walked in. He's like, "Move my car," and Alex like, "Logan, move my car." And then I was like, "Where are your keys?" Alex was like, "Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Your roommate's trying." What the fuck? So that you wouldn't believe that.
Wait, you guys are roommates? You're not roommates?
Well, kind of technically. So like, he has an apartment in Brooklyn, but we play so many gigs in Long Beach. I don't think. When was the last time you went back to Brooklyn? It's been like probably a month. Yeah. So he's basically my roommate.
Oh, that's freaking awesome, dude.
I could say I'm like, yeah.
And how'd you guys start? And how'd you guys meet?
Oh, it's the weirdest story. This I actually like sincerely. During COVID, I used to go to Washington Square Park and play a little music. And I met this crackhead guy. He was wearing jorts. He was probably like 4'2". I swear to God, his name was Nick Strange. Shout out to you.
Shout out Nick Strange.
And he's a real guy. Had snakebite like piercings. And he was just this strange character to hang out in the park all the time. And I started talking to him, and he was telling me that he's responsible for getting like Phineas and Billie Eilish to like blow up when he lived in California. So anyway, we're chit-chatting. I'm telling him I'm looking for trying to put a band together. And he says that he has this drummer. He's this incredible drummer. And he's like, "Let me give you his number." So he gives me his number, and I save it. I go, Logan, Beast, Washington Square Park. And then I never texted, I never called it. And then about a year ago, I had a gig in Swing Bellies. My drummer fell off for it, and I had to find a sub. So I found a sub. It was actually, what's his name? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Wait, I had a sub, he fell off. So then I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, how do I get I type in drummer, and I see Logan, drummer, Beast, Washington Square Park. So I actually thought it was someone else that I had played music with a while back. And I call him up, and I'm like, "Yo, I need a drummer for this gig. Pays this much. It's tonight, 9 p.m. And I sent him the set list, and he was like, "All right, I'm down." And then the second that he shows up, I actually was freaking out because I realized it wasn't even the guy.
Oh my God.
So luckily though, he's an animal, but I never played with him until that night, and luckily he crushed it. It was actually like one of the better shows that we played.
Bro.
That sounds like a Johnny Hamtrick story.
Yeah,
that was great.
Truly insane, and insane from his perspective too.
I guess it's true about the name Logan.
What about the name?
That they're just they hold it down, bro. Like they bring it to the table. So that's what I'm talking about.
Like Wolverine?
Kind of like Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? Logan Jackson.
Let's think about this, this girl I met on Bumble named Logan. I thought you were talking about.
No, my God. Well, what did you do before coming here today?
Well, one of the things amongst other things was... All right, should you tell me honestly what we did? I mean, dear God. Okay, so here's what happened. I wake up at like 8:15 because I have to... Here we go. This is truly what I did, okay?
No, it's okay.
All right, I woke up at 8:15 to my roommate asking me to move my car so he could get his car out blocking the driveway, okay? So then I make Logan do it. I go back to sleep. Then I wake up at 10 a.m. I have this 60-year-old video client that I told to come over that I totally forgot about, that I have to grab his footage off his camera. So I wake up to Logan telling me that this client's here.
I was just butt naked. He's like, "Whoa!"
What the fuck?
So then I get up, I start taking care of my cousin was over visiting from Florida. He slept on the couch. So I bring over this old dude. He has no idea what the hell's going on. And then my brother-in-law, he's coming over because we're supposed to get a beach day going. So I tell him, give me like 15. I got to square things up. So anyway, I square things up to my client, go to the beach. I remember that because, I have a video company, kind of somewhat, varying degrees of success within it. But anyway, so I'm supposed to have a shoot at 2 p.m. Okay? So we go to the beach. I find out that the shoot is an hour and a half away in Setauket. Okay?
Oh, no.
So I'm like, fuck, guys. All right, I got to go, even though we're having the time of our life on the beach. Go back, rip a quick shower, get ready, in my car with the gear. I call the guy up in order to figure out the details of the shoot. And the guy tells me that he actually wasn't planning planning on paying me, but that he was going to show me how, how he does it and then see if he works with me in the future. So I'm like, all right, listen, man, I'm not going out there an hour and a half to be your intern. So I turn around, I go back, turns out the guys are at a bar. We take down a little gin tonic while watching Norway break it down. And then slammed like, 12er of wings, right? Okay, so then from there, we check out Shines, okay? A different bar.
I love Shines.
Take down a Guinness over there.
I had a crazy Shines.
Let him finish this one.
Shoot a little bit of pool. Then, of course, we got to pay homage to the boy Johnny Cans. Shout out to you. That's the long-haired guy at Cans down the block. Go to Cans. Rip the Spike Dade. Showed him one of the most absurd pieces of art that Logan's ever cooked up on ChatGPT that you would never believe.
So 4th of July, ChatGPT.
We'll show you guys if you want later on.
Very metaphorical. You'll put it up on the screen.
Okay.
I walked the boardwalk, got some ice cream, took a nap, and then immediately ran to this podcast. Showed up 30 minutes late. That's been my day.
He was napping on the couch, like with his hand in his pants, just like watching like some brain rot, like conspiracy theories.
About Jeff
you need
and
that nap
Weinstein and all that
you're about
stuff.
to unload on the pod.
Alex is like, don't worry about it.
That's actually really cool. I actually had a little situation at Shines once. Actually my 34th birthday.
Don't tell the story, bro.
It was crazy, man. We all hung out.
Tell it.
And it was closing the end of the night, and I thought I was gonna be chilling at my friend's house in Long Beach. So Lou's like, "Yo, don't worry, he'll let you crash on the couch, whatever." And I'm chilling at Shines. My phone dies, and I don't have a phone, and no one's charge is working. I don't have any money on me. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but I spent all my money. I fucking drank it all. And then I got stranded out in fucking Long Beach. And I was at Shines, and this girl let me use her phone. And I don't know what happened. I just like, at some point, I just fucking got lucky. Somebody bought me an Uber and I got sent home somehow. It was the fucking craziest, weirdest.
Yeah, you can get stuck in Shines.
Well,
there's a lot of characters in Long Beach. You gotta watch out for, who you come across. Twirly and that.
Twirly. Isn't he on house arrest though?
He just got back, man. We were playing Jetty and he showed up and we were like getting the whole bar to do the twirly. He literally just got back from Florida, and then some lady at the bar kicked him out, and we were pissed. But I actually think Twirly is a genius, man. I think that he's very misunderstood. I've talked to him before. He just takes a little bit of mushrooms, goes out. He's got his own dance move. I think he's a symbol of freedom. I think he's an independent thinker. He's literally a lawyer, dude. Most people don't know Twirly is a lawyer.
Women's clothes, though.
Well, I mean, let me ask you this. Say you were outside of the parameters of society. Would you know if it was women's clothes or not?
If I was outside the parameters of society?
Yeah, like say I dropped you in Barbados.
But I'm inside the parameters.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the point. Is that he's not
you got a good point.
He's not of this society, dude. He's an alien, and we get to have him.
He's a free spirit.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Drinking and driving, which honestly, man, I feel like we should let more of that stuff go. I feel like
back in the day they did.
There's like a population issue going on.
Oh my God!
Like, how are you can't pull up to a girl's house drunk?
Hold on. So
I think we got to go a little more lenient on that.
I honestly, that's a very, very interesting concept, and you know what? I think that they got a little crazy with the rules, like $10,000 and this crazy stuff.
Dude, you get cooked, man. I once had a bassist, not gonna say who, but he ended up having 3 years of probation. He went from like a very functional life to like, getting driven around, man. Like one DUI. It's hard enough to be a musician, man. Musician with a DUI, forget about it.
Oh my God.
So, what makes Ceviche With The Boys unique to what is out there in music?
I would say, Alex, let me talk.
Okay,
you had your turn. I would say what makes this unique is that we're a free band that expresses ourselves and has fun. There's so much I think in music, a lot of bands are just trying to do what they've seen other people do, which is so boring. And people are scared to really get hate for trying new things. And trying new things means being authentic, and being authentic means actually doing new things, not trying to be cool. So many bands and artists are all cookie cut like other artists, and that just sucks. I'd say we're unique because we're not cool. We're funny. And yeah, that. And I think that's our biggest thing. We're not the best musicians. We're not the best performers or anything. We don't have the most followers, but people are remembering us because we're different.
You're real. You're fun. You're funny. From what I noticed today, energetically, you guys are free spirited, and you're just like, this is who I am. You're gonna accept it.
Take it away.
And I don't really give a shit if you don't. So it's cool though. But that's how you got to do it. That's the truth, honestly.
Who were some of you guys' influences in music?
I love Grateful Dead. I love Ween.
Shout out Ween.
I love Sublime, of course, top of the list, dude. And I think The Sun is fucking awesome. I think the new album is an incredible album. That's a few. I mean, what about
I'd say mostly just all P. Diddy. Nothing else.
If Epstein made an album, that would be my main influence.
Or is it Epstein, or is it Palm Beach Pete?
Well, listen, it goes like this.
That's the same
it goes
guy.
Epstein, Palm Beach Pete, Weinstein, Einstein, and lastly, Frankenstein.
And then Scott Snyder from the WWE.
That's right.
That's SpongeBob.
So how many hours do you work outside of music?
Oh,
Both of you guys. What do you do for work?
Well, so, okay, I have a videography company. I have luckily, dude, I have one main client that they've been good to me. And then I have a couple other sporadic clients that come and go. I would say outside of music, I'm clocking a good 8 to 16 hours of non-music work per week.
Just means he's on his
sometimes
laptop.
less. Yeah, just
brain rot.
basically.
We're playing music full time. He hasn't accepted.
Well, I do. I basically do music full time. At this point, the income from music, especially this summer, for the first time in my life, has surpassed that of anything else. And it's been so, honestly, I feel so blessed. Yeah, I'm very grateful.
Yeah, same.
It's been so much fun. I love playing shows with this guy. We just have so much fun doing it. And I'm just grateful that there are enough places out there crazy enough to book us, honestly. But yeah, we've got, I think, about 70 gigs between now and September.
That's awesome.
So we're doing anywhere from 4 to 7 gigs a week, basically.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't have any gigs a year ago, and then Alex and I met. It felt like fate, and I went from having no gigs to making no money to full time, being a musician, playing I have a gig every single day this week, and they all pay good, and it's awesome. I'm so grateful, and I love my life right now, and I love the freedom, as Alex and I say. It's kind of, we both sort of feel like we're pirates because we're choosing the non-traditional life, and there's definitely risk and all kinds of trouble you could get into, but it's fun. And when you look at it like that, it's I'm a pirate, and that kind of creates the inspiration for that one.
Yeah, and you just got to stay sharp and not get scurvy,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Make sure you squeeze some limes and lemons in your eyes and stuff. But I mean, no, but for real, honestly, that's actually really cool that you're able to kind of just have fun. That is being a rebel in America. Yeah, and it really is the spirit of being a pirate, because at the end of the day, I think that the majority of people can say, fuck, man, why the hell do I have to go to work today? We gotta do this. Yeah. And you guys are I get to do this.
It really is like that.
Pour that beer on that motherfucker's head.
Gotta put that on the table if does,
Yeah.
So, what's the weirdest job you had while chasing your dream?
Oh, dude, this is a true story. I never got the chance to tell anyone this.
Let's go.
My last real job I had, I was a fishmonger. I literally swear to God, and this was before I ever knew I'd have Ceviche with the Boys. Because at the time, dude, I was trying very unsuccessfully to have music become like a legitimate form of income. And like that was with my previous band, Voodoo Van Jam, and we were not nearly as in demand as like Ceviche was. So, I was trying so hard to make money through music, but I couldn't get more than like a gig a week tops, And so I had to find work elsewhere. I had an apartment, I had rent to make, so eventually I saw him like LB Hires. They had this job at like a fish market. And it was like when things were finally kind of starting to happen in like other areas of my life. So I kind of figured like there's a part of me that kind of felt like it'd probably be the last job I ever had.
Right.
And so anyway, I took it like kind of half as a troll, but yeah, I was just working behind a fish market. It's called Artie's Fish Market in Island Park. And shout out to Artie's, dude. My boss is like an alcoholic. He'd always yell at me, and I'd just be like feeling shrimp, and I was just like, man, this sucks, dude.
Now we get to play for alcoholics.
Yeah, now we create more of those kinds of people.
Yeah,
kind of like our.
That is awesome. That actually sounds like like a lot of like interesting stuff. I can't imagine how you like go from like peeling fish to making videos to making music almost full time now.
Yeah,
that's a big jump.
It's been a fucked up journey.
It's a really big.
So
jump.
are you guys all in?
High on yourself.
Big slogan.
We're all in. We're all in. Yeah.
Yeah, we're fun. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, basically, yeah, we're all in.
100,000%.
But it sounds like you guys are kind of like, we're not taking this like, like this is like a dire straight.
You just can't, bro. You just fucking can't, dude. Because you know why, dude? It actually works against you.
It does.
If you take it too seriously, like that's what I learned. Like, I think the biggest thing about that time when I was very unsuccessfully trying to support myself through music years ago was
Smash Pumpkins?
Oh shit, that's my Smashing Pumpkins. But the biggest thing, like during that time when I was unsuccessfully trying to make it, was that it felt like if I didn't, make something happen, I was screwed, Mm-hmm. And that mentality, it made me it just raised the stakes too high to like a point that it didn't need to be, where every time I was playing a show, I was like, oh my God, like I really got to impress these people. Oh my God, I got to show them who I am.
Instead of having fun.
Like, I got to get the next gig. Like I got to impress the venue that I'm playing. Like this is my mentality. And so then I'm stiff on stage, and then the people in the crowd can sense that, dude. And it was the opposite. And one day I just let go, and I was like, you know what? It was really, and also like the people that you're with, because I used to have people in my band that they weren't willing to allow me to be free. Like I would say stuff, they'd be like, dude, don't say that into the mic, and it would be like a fucking issue every time I tried to do something. And like actually playing with Logan gave we kind of give each other the permission to just be ourselves fully and unapologetically. And what I found is that people just love that, because I feel like people are so in their head, they don't need a band that's in their head. Like what they need is a band that doesn't give a fuck, so that they can actually not give a fuck. Because they come into the bar, they're anxious. What's this person thinking of me? How am I going to talk to this fine honey over here? You know what I mean? They're like thinking all this stuff. Oh, I can't dance, I'm going to look like an idiot. It's like if we come up and we're obviously the biggest idiots in the bar, then congratulations, you have permission to be, third, fourth. No one cares if they're third or fourth. They just don't want to be the biggest ones, and then we get to be that.
Man. You make people feel free, bro. That's shout out to that, man. Shout out to Ceviche, honestly. That's for that. That's really cool, and I got to give you a dap too, bro, because I feel bad. But yeah, dude, honestly, like I know exactly how that feels, because when I'm bartending and I'm giving drinks out, it's like I see other bartenders sometimes, and they're kind of just like, they're like, it almost looks like they're like, like
disassociated,
like where, like I'm like, I don't know, like they don't know where the fuck they are. Their eyes are closed. They're not even there. And when I bartend, I'm very like, outspoken. I'm very relaxed. I'm kind of like, yo, man, we're gonna make this party pop tonight. And people are like, I love this guy, man.
And they feed off that.
Feed off that, because it's not about the song. It's not about the drink. It's about the vibes.
Yeah, it's funny because like you guys, you know, you didn't say Blink-182 as an influence, but they messed around.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Blink-182.
I was gonna ask you,
like
what is
bands like that. Like Blink-182 was so. I remember an interview with Tom DeLonge was like, yeah, we just want to have a party on stage. Like, I think it was NXX or NoFX that they were talking about. That he said did the same kind of thing. But yeah, I think what you're saying is true. Like, it gives people a chance to sit back and really enjoy what's going on instead of thinking, oh, okay, what's this, what's that, what do I have to do here, what you know. Yeah, you made a good point.
Yeah, we just try desperately to get them out of their heads, you know, because think about it, you go to some corporate job, like I have worked a corporate job, like sales and stuff back in the day. It's been a while now, but like, you know, it's so like rigid in there, you know, like you gotta follow the rules, your job's at stake, which is for, you know, a lot of people's livelihoods, so like the stakes are high, so you gotta kind of be within this box, you know. And luckily we don't really have that many like what's the word, like things like accountability systems. I don't know, how do I put it, like we just I don't give a fuck. No one's gonna fucking fire me, dude. I'm fucked anyway. Who cares?
Rules.
You know, like
no rules. You're basically like unfettered,
right,
just free.
Exactly.
No tethers and shit.
Are you from Long Beach originally?
No, from Mineola.
Okay, cool.
But I've been in Long Beach about like 4 years roughly.
Just to add on to what you're saying is like about taking things too seriously. So like I've like played some pretty serious gigs. Like I toured opening for Stone Temple Pilots. I have a band that like has like probably 500 million views online, Robot Monster. And when we opened for Stone Temple Pilots, like since there's such a high pressure situation, we just took it very seriously, and it was okay, but like there's so much pressure for it to be good. And looking back, like I would have like done it the way we do it, like just having fun, because I actually, you know, I'm kind of like all over the place, but I think rock music and the spirit of rock and roll is all about the freedom to not give a fuck when you're on stage. And now modern musicians are like so scared about their careers that like they're not actually being free. I really think it's important to have that mentality for the spirit of rock music to be like actually like, I don't give a fuck what the manager or somebody filming is gonna say, or the band. I'll say some crazy shit. I will express myself, and
that's what sells too.
That's been the attitude lately. It's like if you don't want us ever coming back to this bar, so be it.
Yeah,
like you know,
you gotta be like, they don't want you.
That is that abundance mentality where you're kind of like, you know what? Let's see, you know, what this could be, and I'm not worried. Like I don't like I'm unhinged almost. Not to the point where it's like, you know, you have a good heart, you're taking care of people and stuff. Like you're free to the point where you're not like sitting there and you're judging yourself to the point of like paralysis. It's like you got these people that are like literally just doing so many things, like drugs and like a lot of stuff, to the point where it's like, because they're so like stuck in that serious mentality that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I think we actually get judged by like a lot of other bands because they're like, oh, these guys aren't serious. Like, our music is serious. We put like our heart and soul into it. And and as a matter of fact, they're right now. No, I mean, listen, like we want to create, you know, art in our own form, and it's not going to look like the art that they create. But I just feel like the world, for some reason, has created a system where nobody gives a fuck about like 99.999% of original musicians. It's actually a shame, you know, because I would love for that to be like, you could be sincere as an artist and people would care, but like it's just, honestly, it's messed up that it's not the case, and it's not the case. So like we try and kind of game the system a little bit, you know?
What I see, that's what you're doing in the way that in the format of your communication here today, as a matter of fact. And I noticed that, listen, I think the design, the setup, unfortunately, is kind of like you're going up against all of the brain rot, and you're going up against all of these, like, AI. You know, not even that. It's just like, what is the
become one with the brain rot?
What is the music? What is the media trying to promote? And if you're not edgy and crazy and like, yo, I can't believe that person was saying that he, likes fucking Diddy's music right now, like after all the baby oil and stuff. But like, it's like hashtag baby oil, and now all of a sudden you're at the top of Google's algorithm, and now it's like, so I get it. You gotta somehow rise to the top, and you're going up against a media machine that is not gonna allow anyone to breathe.
And you gotta,
they want you to go through them.
Yeah.
They want you to pay. Like I was
alignment, dude.
Exactly.
Look at this.
I love that.
Repeat after me. I am the brain rot.
I am the brain rot.
We are the brain rot.
Brain rot boys.
And you got to say this.
I am the brain rot.
Alignment. Alignment. All I inner meant. All I inner meant. When you let go of all of the fears, of all the bull crap in your mind, that, that person's judging me, this person, that person's staring at me weird. Then what you actually truly are rises to the surface, which is a fucking hit. You know what I mean? Well, let me ask you a question now. Ceviche with the boys, right?
Yeah.
Ceviche with the boys or ceviche with the boys?
Ceviche with the boys.
Ceviche with the boys.
Catchy with the boys.
Where did this name come from?
Yeah.
Iron Chef America.
Well, so
the real story, not the
I'll tell you.
Story.
Oh wait, that is okay. All right, the real story. Okay. Well, a long time ago, we had this bassist. He was working in a fish market, and
not you.
Different guy, and there was a fish market convention. So, my boss, dickhead, alcoholic, he was like, look, you got to go to the convention. So we're there. And what do you expect them to have at the table? None other than ceviche sampling. So I'm there. I'm waiting forever. This fat guy in line in front of me. All the ceviche. Eats every sample. There wasn't one sample left on the table. So, I could have walked away, but I tend to be a bit persistent. I don't give up easily. And sure enough, this guy comes behind me. And he's waiting in line. He's like, when's the ceviche going to come out? I said, I really don't know. Eventually, they bring it out. It looks delicious. Take a bite, man. And something about that particular serving was just one of the most majestic things I've ever been in my life.
Wow.
And the guy behind me, he whispered in my ear, he said, I just love ceviche with the boys.
Yeah. I didn't know that was dope.
Chills every time.
Dude, are you kidding me?
That's what happened.
That's fucking dope, man.
That was sick.
That is actually cool, man. See, that's what happens when you're free, spirited, on the spot, no limits, no rules. Your delivery was just like Dave Chappelle. Shout out Dave Chappelle.
So what's the goal?
World domination.
Day by day, taking the steps necessary to take those steps that a man can take. And and a couple more songs of Big Daddy Mark, I'd say. We'd definitely like to get some more streams. I mean, but basically that's kind of how I see it. It's like, all right, we keep putting out music, take bigger gigs. Obviously we got to do like a lot of cover stuff to sustain ourselves, but we get like these original opportunities and we take those, we prepare for those. The goal is to play big fucking venues, sell tickets. Like what we believe, and I do believe this, I believe that there are the boys out there. There's a fandom of like guys somewhere, something similar to like Nelk, Barstool, like OG Nelk or whatever, where there's like guys out there that need a taste of the fresh ceviche from the boys. And we just hope one day we peel that curtain and there's just hundreds, if not thousands, of just ceviche boys getting ready to get our sauce right in their mouth.
Like the Juggalos and ICP.
Bro.
Yeah,
we love. We want to free the boys. We want the boys to know there's freedom awaits. Freedom awaits.
Shout out Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, shout out to that
ICP,
for real, dude. Yeah, for real.
Don't give a fuck.
Yo,
so the ceviche boys, that'll be the fan.
Fuck yeah, I believe you guys could even be
Ceviche
boys ready or
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking ceviche boy. I'm a ceviche boy.
Why not? How long are you gonna be within the bubble, dude, that they give you? How long, dude?
That's why we freaking started the podcast over here, dude.
There you go.
So, you're looking back at this video 5 years' time. What do you hope happened?
Oh God.
What do you hope happens?
Don't lose that hat 5 years from now. I hope you still have.
You got it. We want you to be wearing this shit on the stage. What is the greatest place that you hope to perform at in the next 5 years? Or what is the dream? You're
2031.
I mean, my dream venue is Stone Pony, man. Like, I would just love to play that spot. I know that was like a big Springsteen spot, and I saw Alex G there. It's like a sunset spot in Jersey. And it's not like crazy MSG, although obviously that would be fucking unreal. But like, to me, if I could play a stage like that where we're like actually moving some serious tickets in a place that's like out of state, not necessarily across the country, but like, to me, that's some pretty serious success, you know? Like, you know, so that, I mean, I would love to look out at that sunset and just get like that epic outdoor crowd, you know? Like, for me, that would be like everything, you know?
That's awesome. For me, like, number one, if I had to choose any venue, it would 100% be Gossip.
That's true. Actually, I changed my answer.
And number two,
shout out
Put us in, please.
Shout out Richie P at Gossip. We want to be
the owner. Put us in touch, man.
The Grateful Dead played strip clubs, and
I've been dying for a strip club to play.
Let's go, man.
That's kind of our brand.
Awesome,
you know.
I think that's why it goes number one, The Boys. Number two, strippers.
Yeah. Yo, so what are some songs that you want to play tonight, or what are some of the songs that you're going to be playing for us?
We're going to do 2 new ones, not recorded yet.
Oh my God, exclusive! This is exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Random Riffs Podcast.
Oh my God! You tell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're doing this is because we are trying to bring music that is going to be the new up and coming stuff that you've never heard. Right here on the pod.
Hell yeah.
Just for you. So what are the songs, guys? What are you guys thinking?
We'll do one song we've been working on called Illuminati.
Yep, we're doing Illuminati Whoa.
And then, what was that second one? I forgot.
Crazy Motherfuckers Need to Live.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Those are the 2 songs.
And where can people find your music?
Just regular platforms, usual spots you find them. Spotify, Apple Music.
Streaming, you know.
Yeah, Grindr.
And there you go. And one thing and one thing that we do that's a little pressurized on the spot is I like to do a random riff with the people that play.
Sure.
Will you guys do a random riff where you just play a couple chords and we'll just go on the spot and I'll try to sing something?
We're jammers. We always have like the bartenders or waitresses.
Dude, let's jam.
We're jamming.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we have someone come up do a belly dance too. So if you guys are feeling that,
we might get Brian's dog in here, Sadie. She might do a belly dance for us.
Alex actually shows off his new bro.
Ceviche with the boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. This was so fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, very cool stuff, dude.
Yo, we're on the best podcast ever. It's called Random Riffs. Don't tell the cops.
Yo. This is for the ladies.
Hey, if you're a girl, then check out this song. It's called Illuminati.
Shut up, Alex.
Illuminati, whoa, Illuminati, yeah, Illuminati, whoa, Illuminati, yeah, Illuminati, whoa, Illuminati, yeah. Something on your mind, you feel it all the time, like the predators watching you, looking from behind. The Illuminati, whoa. Look up to the sky, see the lines from the planes, with the government be saying that the people are insane. The Illuminati, whoa. Every time you drink from the fountain, it makes you gay. Whoa. Every time there's fluoride in your water, it's making you gay. Whoa. It's the Illuminati, whoa. Illuminati, yeah, it's Illuminati, whoa. Illuminati, yeah, Illuminati, whoa. Illuminati, yeah. Giants and Tartaria, commercials and nothing good. Aliens up above, celebrities enough. President, Prime Minister, Governor, Senator, Kardashian's gas, most of the past. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Chaperone, Taylor Swift, JFK, New York Knicks. Everybody plays a little part in it, but everybody seems to be blind to the Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah, it's Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah, Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah. Epstein, Weinstein, Einstein, Frankenstein, George Bush, SpongeBob, Applebee's, Walmart, Kmart, PetSmart, Dog the Illuminati, Frog the Illuminati, Bob the Illuminati, Rob the Illuminati, you are Illuminati. Ceviche with the boys is 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 a part of the Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah, it's Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah, it's Illuminati war. Illuminati, yeah, oh. We're gonna play you a song. It's called Online.
I got my song.
Came up 15 at the door so I could stand and watch you play the song. And now leave my space for very long, comfortable. After all, there's always next time, and I'm fine. I don't need for you to see me, or worse, end up online. End up online. All these pictures you can find, just a blue thing online. I just said it always here, but I haven't got the time. Brooklyn, middle of the 516, bitch. You're born to sex, a beach, and boys, a titty, bitch. I got TikTok for days, I've been living in a haze. Living fire from the vocal point, I'm living for the stage. Brooklyn, middle of the 516, bitch. If you're born to sex, a daddy, market, titty, bitch. Came out 15 at the door till I could stand and watch you play the song. Now leave my space for very long, comfortable. People post to my IG every day, and if I pray, could the fame make my demons go away? If I got all the views in the world, would you like me then? Would you be my friend? Would you be my friend? My friend, my friend. Be my 15 at the door so I can stand and watch you play a song. Now leave my space very long, comfortable. And now there's always next time, and I'm fine. I don't need for you to see me, but we're stand up online.